What is happening? How are you doing? Welcome back to a fresh video. We are back in the garage with an aired out Mark 7 Golf R. Loads of you really enjoyed the project of airing out the 7R, but we are far from done with this thing. I've got a few little bits planned today. I'm not sure where today's video will take me. Here's a quick interlude clip of the 7R pulling into the garage today and airing the hell out on this floor. Before we get into today's video, we've got new car parts for the Mark 7R once again. We've got new t-shirts on OWNA right now. Link is in the description. Thanks to everyone that supports me. There's a crazy deal on OWNA right now. I'm sure you know right now from the last few videos. But if you're ordering one of our new t-shirts, you get a free snapback cap. So all you got to do is go to the hat section of the page, pick your favourite snapback. We've got loads of sick ones. We've got camos, snow camos, stealths, all kinds of caps. Add your favourite snapback cap and you'll get it for free. It's that simple. I also got these made, which are like slick stickers. They actually got massive ones made as well. I'm going to be selling these at some point, but not yet. I've got to work on getting them made properly now. But check that out. So sick. In my window. Looks rude on air with that like that. It's so low. Quattro! What you saying, lad? What you saying, lad? For those of you here for the biking videos, here's a couple of little runs through some jumps the other day at Farmer John's. They've got some trails there, what you can actually just ride now, which is pretty crazy. And I'll give you a few little runs through some dirt jumps and I'll see you back here for some car mods. Stay tuned. Another pretty cool little sticker I've put on the back as well is Death Wish. I just thought it looked pretty cool. I went to a show in Warwickshire called Broke Boys and I decided to get some stickers for the car, and I got this one as well. Slammed. Pretty cool. I got this one but it never made it to my car. Caution, this vehicle stops at all speed bumps. The big chemical guy's dish got swapped out for a little one and a little OWNA sticker. So it looks pretty stealthy right now, as you can see. So I've learned a lot in the last sort of 7 days of having air ride for the first time in my life. I've learned a lot about air ride suspension. I'm going to be doing a video in the future about like how it drives, how it is, all that stuff. But today I'm super excited to install a front splitter. The side skirt is so low and the bumper, check it out, is like, I would say, millimetres off the ground. Put it this way. My 4 fingers touch the floor like that. So basically I'm hoping now in this grey box is a splitter, and I'm hoping to put a splitter on the bottom of this thing so when I air it out you can't see any daylight in front of it, and then it'll be full slammed, which is going to look sick. I'm absolutely over the moon with the air ride. Absolutely over the moon. It looks savage, doesn't it? Look at that. Don't get much better than that, let's be honest. So yeah, so that's the plan today. We're going to be putting a front splitter on the car. So yeah, check it out. So in this box, which we're going to unbox right now, and by the way, for those of you waiting for the MX-5 videos, stay tuned. I've got tyres for the Polo. Polo's going to get a refurb on the alloys. I've got side skirts and a rear bumper for the MX-5 as well. That's going to probably be in the next 2 or 3 videos maybe. Also, since having the air ride, I've gone super anal about my paintwork. So I've sort of booked, I'm waiting on a provisional price, and I've had them look over everything and they've wrote it all down. They're going to quote me up, but I'll show you some bits that I'm going to be getting done to the 7R in the paint shop. Been so busy fitting the air ride, and then I went to a show and stuff, that I've not actually had a chance to clean my car. So even though it looks shiny in here, it is actually super dirty. Dead bugs all over it. I've been to a paint shop and had a bit of a consultation, so I'm waiting on a price. I'm getting the bonnet fully stripped back to bare metal and painted. This paint shop's absolutely sick, by the way. I'm getting all these holes plastic welded and repainted all there. a rock hit my front light and I had to swap my front light, so I'm going to fill that in as well. I've got a few little scratches on the bottom of my boot, and all along here, as you can see, there's a few little marks there. That's all going to get painted and sorted out. There as well, little scratch down the bottom there. Also, I've got a real bad ding in this door, if you can see that from there. It's there and it's to the bare metal, so they're going to sort that. So I want it to a point where it's absolutely faultless. Don't forget, if you're into the car videos and you're enjoying all the stuff at the moment with the car detailing, as I've said in a previous video, it's become a pretty crazy, out of nowhere passion. I absolutely love it. I love spending the time chilling out, doing some little cleaning bits to the car and stuff. Don't forget, if you're into it all and you're loving the way the channel's going at the moment, smash that thumbs up button for me, give me a like, communicate with me and let me know that you like the content, because it helps me know what to film and what to put out and stuff. Also, I think the air rad installation, still running bang on the money, is alone enough for a smash on the thumbs up button. Straight up right there. So yeah, we're going to unbox the new front splitter. Okay. Nice. In this box we have a front splitter. I've actually had one of these before, but it got smashed clean in half. Now that I've got air rad, you drive your car a little bit higher than when it's on coilovers. You don't have to, but I reckon I sort of do. So now that I can, I drive it higher into like bike parks and stuff and country lanes and that. So I think it gets scuffed less on air rad, and then when you slam it out, it looks even better with something like a splitter. So that's what we're going for here. Let's have a look at it. Let's see what this bad boy's looking like. So I've ordered exactly the same one. I never actually installed this on the channel. I did it just like myself off channel, but I think it'll be quite cool this time round to show you what it looks like. The splitter. You have to take the full bumper off to install a splitter, to be fair. It's quite a big project. It is quite a nightmare. Nice. Nice. So as you can see, that's the front splitter. It just makes it look that little bit lower on the front. Beautiful. Yes, it is back. The trusty splitter is back. I'm going to lay it down on the ground. I'm going to show you where it's at. You may have heard or seen of this company. It's called TCR. They do all sick stuff like this for cars. Pretty sick. I think it was like 120 for the bottom of this. It's going to look something along the lines of that. So as you can see, we do have a little bit of an air gap. So this thing's going to sit like... This thing's probably going to sit somewhere in the region of that, which is ridiculous. That's like a finger off the floor. Just makes that difference, you know, just gives it a bit more like stealthed out business underneath. The best part of today is trying to jack your car up on air rad. It's a nightmare with side skirts. I'm going to actually show you what goes into jacking my car up at this point. Jacking my car up used to just be slide the jack under it and jack the car up, and now I have to like air it up, use one jack. Oh my god, I've just realised I've only got one jack because Craig's gone home. I don't actually know whether I'll be able to jack it up to do this project today. I might have to go and buy another jack. Which we'll see, because I was gonna say we used two jacks the other day. We aired it up and the rear goes higher, so then you jack the back up a tiny bit and then get a good jack under the front. I don't know whether it's gonna work, we'll see, we'll try it. So, Nice. Alright, that was emotional. So we are up on axle stands with the jack under there as well. So all safe to go, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to start by getting this bumper off, because I feel like once the bumper's off, we can actually look. I have had one of these splitters on before, but it got smashed off on a country lane. I think the underneath might be quite snagged, so I think we might have to do some washes and stuff. Say like originally, I'll tell you what, I'll just wait till the bumper's off and I'll show you guys. Not too bad. Takes about 15 minutes to get a Mark 7 front bumper off. A few screws in here, about 10 underneath all the way round, and then you take your grill off. That's just bolts on the top, pull it forward, and then there's 1, 2, 3 main bolts that loosens it. Then I would say work your way open from the side. So pop the side open, pull the front off, pull it up. So easy. It really is so basic to get a front bumper off one of these things. This is where I'm at. This is the underneath of my bumper. This is where I fixed one of them last time. So just to be clear, I've had this splitted on before, but smashed it in half. Basically, it was in this hole at the top and it's made a massive hole. So I think I'm gonna have to space the center one out. And then I think probably this side as well, I'm gonna have to space it out because it looks like quite a chunky hole there as well. Okay, so I've got these spaces which I think will fix my problem. Obviously the actual spaces will work on the top side, the underside of this splitter. The normal spaces provided will work with the tiny little holes that you get in these. Obviously I'll just have to run these on the inside so they are clamping to something. Nice. So I'm going to start with the centre one, which is like a long one. As you can see, that's what you get to go straight through the centre hole. So using a washer on one end of it, thinking like so. That's looking a hell of a lot better. So that's in there at the bottom, as you can see, looking pretty sick. I'll show you the back. Got like a spacer with a washer and a bolt. It needs tightening up, but I'm not going to tighten it up just yet because I've got to fit the side ones in and these ones, depending on which one needs a washer and which one doesn't. But I think that's going to work, to be honest. It's sort of ghetto, but I think it's going to work for now. I'm going to start with the centre bolt. Nice. One bolt done. Not too bad. Then we've got the Allen key on the inside this time. Just works in some places on the inside of the bumper a lot better than the outside. Spanner the other way. Nice. Another one at the bottom down here. I'm absolutely sweating, look at that. Absolutely sweating. I wasn't expecting today to turn into this much of a biggie, putting a splitter on. However, it's done. Check it out, so we've got a splitter again. We've salvaged the underneath of the bumper by using little tiny grey spaces. I'm not actually sure what they were off, but they've worked. It's absolutely solid. Moves the whole bumper. rock solid, and that'll do. And I think with this wrapped black now, that looks absolutely crazy. I can't wait to put this thing back on and air it the hell out. So I'll do a little time lapse putting the bumper back on, and then we'll drop it off and we'll air it out. Okay, that was a bit of a mission. The bumper is on, back on. I had to do it twice because I didn't do it right. Alright, so grill's back on, bumper's back on, all the arches are dialed. I've actually put the bumper back on this time better than I ever have because I've figured this little thing out where I didn't realise in the wheel arch lining you had to use something to push the inside of the very edge of the bumper where it can wrap around in the wheel arch. Kind of hard to explain, but it's something I've never done before. It's done. The splitter is ready to be dropped on the air rod right now, right there. As you can see, it's on. It's looking sick. It now matches the full car. I have had one of these before, and I've said that quite a lot in this video, but this time round I can actually up the air and make it higher off the ground, and I don't really take it anywhere where I think I would smash it anyway. I actually went to a show at the weekend in Warwickshire, and there was loads of cars there with splitters on air, and it made me just like, oh my god, I've got to get it on. I actually already had the splitter in here. I just hadn't put it back on because I knew I was waiting for air ride. This is going to be good. Stay tuned. We're about to do it. We're about to drop this thing. I think this is going to finish the air ride build. I think in the future then I'd love to just do a video where or maybe I'll do it in today's video. I'll show you how the controller works, show you a load of other bits like that. That's insane. Absolutely rude. 100 out of 10 hyped on that. So I thought it'd be quite cool to come out and show you my ride height. This is what I'm riding at. There on the front, I've got a little bit higher on the front than the back because I find it scrubs quite a bit on the front. Even when I had the coilovers, it was pretty scrubby. So now, as you can see, that's the difference when it's fully aired out. Down to 0 on the bags. It sits on the floor now, which is what we want. So the amount of messages I've had since I've put Airlift Performance 3P on this car has been pretty mental. At some point I want to do an actual video where I kind of show everything. This is the remote you get. Sort of chills in your car wherever. Quite a lot of people drill a hole here and they bring it through. As you can see, my passenger seat at the moment is my boot. I went Gisborne Forest last night. I had Django, one of the Dobermans, on the back seat with me, behind me, and I had all my gear on the passenger seat and in the footwell. So excuse the mess. Basically, a lot of people drill a hole here and they bring the remote through, but I quite like the freedom of being able to do what I want with it. So I've just ran it through the back seats, underneath the mats and up the side of my seat for now. And I reckon it kind of works pretty sick, so I'm not worried. So my ride height at the moment, I've got it in the highest setting just to have a play around and show you. So as you can see, preset high. Let me make sure my steering wheel's straight, which it is. One thing you got to do when you're using air ride, you have to make sure your steering wheel's straight. If your steering wheel ain't straight, it's going to get you in trouble big time. So you have every corner has up and down. So as example, you just click in, you can alter every corner all the way down to low, and then you can raise it all the way to high. So I don't need to show you all 4 corners, but I've had so many messages about this. My preset's actually 75. So as you double... So, as you can hear now, the compressor's going away. Because I've just altered the pressures, I've used some of the air in the air tank, meaning this has to get up to like 149, 150 before it stops pumping air. So there's enough air in the car to drive it. As you can see, they're all on 75, but it just wants enough air in the backup tank to maintain its preset. So at the moment, the preset is set to 75 in the high settings. It alters 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees sometimes, depending on sort of what presetting you're in. You've then got your drive height, which is 55. Oh, I have it on 65, 65, 55, 55 on the back, just because I think the front scrubs quite a lot. I'd rather run it like a tiny bit low and have it like out of character a little bit. I don't really drive crazy on the roads anyway. If I was going to go and do a track day, I'd probably get it set up properly. So you just double tap it and it'll alter all the way down to the presets that I've selected. So as you can see, it's finding its way to 55 on the rears and 65 on the fronts. So the compressor's going again because it needs to get back up to 149 because I've used some air to pump it where I want it. So there we go, roughly 55 on the back, roughly 65 on the front. It's you wouldn't know really whether it's bang on accurate. You'd have to calibrate it on bang on accurate floor. The beauty of this stuff is you can kind of just run it however you want. It kind of is the reality, and then bagging it out is 0. So check that out. You double tap it, bags the car fully out. You can't see it right now, but I'm dropping massively, and then that is it all the way down to your low preset. So as you can see, you've got preset low, 0 on all 4 corners. You turn the car off. One thing I really like about this setup is if I now want to drive off, so say I've just parked up and I've been for some food or whatever and I want to drive off, I start the car and it presets me back to meet minimum drive height. So there we go, back to our drive presets, roughly 65 on the front, roughly 55 on the rear. It'll find its way as close as it can. It'll just take time to calibrate, get it where it needs to be. As you can see, the compressor's going yet again because it's on 126. It needs to be on 149 to maintain the right pressure. It's actually a pretty simple setup and quiet. So it's pretty straightforward. It uses the air in the tank to get air to the suspension. It then locks it out so you can't lose the air out of them. If you're driving along, you can set your minimum driving preset. So if you're driving along and one corner dropped pressure, if you got like a leak or something, it would find its way pumping air back to it. It'd run the compressor if it had to, if it was low on air. It's pretty, honestly, it's pretty user friendly. You set your presets, you drive it how you want to drive it, you set your struts like you would with coilovers, your bag acts as your spring, not your coilover. So you have your actual dampers on coilovers, and then you have springs. Well, you still have dampers on air. You have a bag as a spring and the bag compresses to 0, but you can't do that on a spring. You'd have to hit something super aggressive like a speed bump, but you can put no pressure at all in your spring using air ride. It really is quite a straightforward system. Adjustable on the spring, adjustable on the damper. The spring's replaced for a bag, so when I say adjustable on the spring, I mean adjustable on the bag. Kind of on the spring if you would imagine it like a spring. Yeah, you can have it start, it goes up when you start, you can have it so it starts the car and you don't have it. But personally, I think if you were stressed, you may have had like an altercation with somebody, you may have had a speeding ticket, you may have had a parking ticket, you may be nervous about the police behind you. I don't know, anything what makes you nervous, you might forget to put the car up and drive it. So I have it so that it goes up every time I start the car. So there we go, chilled. You gotta make sure your steering wheel's straight, you'll crush your arches if you don't. It really is quite a straightforward system. I'm gonna do like a video at some point I'm gonna do where like I actually go over everything and I talk about everything. So that's for a later date, not for now. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you really have enjoyed the watch, putting the splitter on. I feel like the Mark 7's pretty close. I've got a lot of paint work to do. I said this in a video earlier. I've sort of started the process of getting some pretty savage paint work done to the car. Get the bumper all sorted out, get the bonnet all sorted out, get a dint on the door sorted out, and get some scratches on the back sorted out. Then it'll be pretty dialed as a car. It'll be, I would say, pretty show car ready, which I'm hyped for. Yeah, next video, you'll have to let me know, do you want to see a restoration job on the Polo? Machine polish the hell out of the whole thing. Pretty chilled video, get the wheels refurbed and get it back to where it wants to be. Or do we finish the Mazda MX-5 body kit and put the side skirts and the rear bumper on? It's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button if you're hyped on where the 7R is at right now, with all its mods, its power mods, its detail work that it's getting done to it. Every time I'm doing something, every time I have a day off, I'm always sessioning the 7R. So it's pretty sick. The Death Wish sticker looks savage from here as well in the rear view mirror. That's going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget, whilst you're watching this video, if you like what I do and you like to support my brand, the link is in the description. OWNA is my clothing company, and we've got a savage deal at the moment on OWNA where you get a free snapback cap with every single order. There's no catch, no tricky business. Whatever you're ordering on the store, go to the hats section at the top of the page, or on a mobile it'll be the 3 lines. Click hats and just simply add your favourite snapback cap to your basket and you'll get it for free. It's that simple. Thanks for watching. That's going to be the end of today's video. Smash the thumbs up button for me. Get involved in the comments below on any air ride, show car, car mod ideas, mountain bike content ideas. I hope you like the riding clips as well in today's video. I'm hoping to put some in every video now. So yeah, get involved. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Thank you.